Hey Fragrance family, I'm David and I'm a fragrance bro. Welcome to the last review of Rose Month. And tonight I have Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. This is a true rock star in the community for both men and women. It is marketed as a women's fragrance, but there are many men who like to wear this for themselves. And as far as rose fragrances, this is probably one of the most requested ones. And I was really looking forward to trying this one. When you first spray this, you get a lot of rose and blackcurrant and clove. And I have to be honest, when I first smelled this, I didn't like it at the top anyway. The opening I think is really kind of the worst part. But just give it a couple of minutes and then it unfurls into this just really, really nice, perfectly balanced rose scent. This is another one of those scents in which it is so finely tuned that it's hard to pick out all the notes. But if you really look for them, you can smell the rose, you can smell the patchouli, you can smell the incense, and you can even smell raspberry in this. And it's just this nice, airy, semi-sweet, musky, patchouli rose fragrance. It's just really, really nice. I can also see why men like to wear this too. I think that there's something about this that doesn't really scream classical feminine fragrances, but I can see women wearing this fragrance as well. So I think this really is truly more of a unisex, almost gender neutral fragrance, I would say. And I know that some people don't like the name, you know, Portrait of a Lady. Maybe they think that's kind of girly or whatever, but I mean, come on. If you're a man or a woman, who doesn't like looking at a portrait of a lady? Come on, it doesn't have to be a feminine thing. Now, performance on this was fantastic. It lasted a long time, and I'm talking about 15 hours or more. Maybe like 20 hours, something like that. It lasted a long, long time. My wife didn't really care for this. She thought it was pretty strong and didn't like it. So overall, I think it's probably not something that we're gonna buy in our house. And I also think this is a very great scent. I wanna wear it again, but I think from just my first impressions, I think this might not be for me, personally. But I can't deny that this is there's just something about it. And I think that's the thing with Frederic Malle fragrances in general, is that you can either dislike the fragrance or like the fragrance, but you can't deny the talent behind the fragrance and the perfumer. And that really shines here. The perfumer for this, it really smells like it was made by a perfectionist. This is one of those benchmark fragrances that every person who is into fragrances, especially in the art avenue of fragrances, needs to smell. Because this really says something about the perfection of how perfect a fragrance can be. And I love the name because I think it's completely just the most adequate name for a fragrance. A Portrait of a Lady. And when you think a portrait of a lady, you think of, I think of beauty. I think of, you know, in my eyes, perfection of the human form. You think of all these things. You think of class, sophistication. You think of attractiveness. You think of all these things. And it all comes in and comes clear in this type of fragrance. This fragrance seems to be kissed by genius. And the perfumer who made this was clearly inspired, either by a lady, or by the book, or both, or by his entire life. It seems like it's a magnum opus, his life's work in a perfume. And it may not be the most wearable scent for everyone. It may not be the most likable scent for everyone. But as art, I think it's one of the clearest portraits of the genre itself that there is in perfumery. Even the name Portrait of a Lady in general reminds me of how, you know, maybe some of you came to perfume. Maybe, like me, I came to perfume, the smell of a woman. And maybe that woman is your mother. Maybe it's your grandmother. Maybe it's a girlfriend. Maybe it's a lover, whoever it could be. But there is a portrait, a scent portrait of a lady somewhere in our lives. And that to me is the essence of perfume. Thank you all so much for joining me in Rose Month. I'll see you later.